The stock on our radar is Venkys. Was a big mover all of 2017, in the first half of 2018 as well, and then from there we've seen a bit of a correction in the stock on account of perhaps oversupply in the poultry business. So let's see what the business trends are in this industry right now. We have Mr. B. Venkatesh Rao, the MD of the company, who joins us now. Thanks a lot, Mr. Rao, for joining in. Weakness in the poultry prices, are they here to stay? What are the price trends like in this industry right now?
See, layer industry, broiler, one-day-old chicks hatching eggs didn't do this good this quarter because of the seasonal festival season which we had to go through. And every year it happens. But if you see last 1.5 months, it has started picking up and we are normal and better than the last year's quarter.
Mr. Rao, you're saying that poultry prices have started picking up in the last month or so?
Yes, sir. In layers, in broilers, and one-day-old chicks, hatching eggs, everywhere you see there is a trend that you're back in business, and because of the seasonal festivals have gone and Christmas is near, and this is the season to really see the prices and consumption going up, even in the further processing restaurants and further processing consumption products also.
Good news then for your sales if you're saying that prices are moving up. But what about the input cost, soya as well as maize prices? If you could give us a sense of what exactly are the prices as of now. A month ago, what were they? And if you could give us a year-on-year comparison as well, so we could get a sense of how both these two key ingredients, the prices are moving.
See, basically what happened is this time the rains were not good, but not so good, and the maize production went down by 8%. So naturally there will be an increase in the price. Soya is being okay. So comparatively to the last year, this year, I think there's a downfall of 8% of production in overall in maize. So naturally from 1,300 per quintal, it has gone to 1,700 quintal. So maize particularly. So it is nothing to worry, but of course it will hamper any production cost. But now I think because the rates being good, it is getting camouflaged somehow.
So 1,300 per quintal for maize has gone to 1,700 per quintal. How about soya? How have those prices gone? Because together maize and soya, right, go ahead.
Soya has been stable and thanks to the production and also expansion plans of Venkys and other players in this market.
What about, I had a question, Mr. Rao, on your poultry business. What is the current capacity? What is the utilization currently? And are you adding any capacity?
On the SPF front, we are adding capacity to increase, particularly in the Patan area, the third plant is coming, will boost up at least 80% of the vaccines manufacturing in chicken and 20% increase in the production of human vaccines for the SPF production. Layers and broilers are increasing. Broiler particularly is increasing by 10 to 12%. And further processing is very interesting if you want to hear, because particularly we have supplies to about 1,400 multinationals like McDonald's, KFC, and Domino's and Pizza Hut. And they will expand to another 400 restaurants, chains, fast food next by March coming. So there will be a growth overall of 14% further processing chicken line. So very interesting expansion coming up.
All right, interesting expansion there, Mr. Rao. If you could then give us a couple of details. The first one, what will your revenue look like once your entire production expansion is completed? And secondly, how much does your sales comprise of processed value-added foods? How is that likely to change going forward?
I think first question is the result, which will looking this quarter very good, and it will be a little too early. Couple of 1 or 2 weeks to go, and I think all divisions are doing touch wood good. So it will be very difficult to give a prompt number. And as for the second, can you pardon me? Can you come back again, please?
The second point is that how much of your revenue comes from processed value-added products right now, and how is the trend panning out there?
Of course, it's 10% from the fresh chicken. I mean the further processed fresh chicken, and it's 14% from the easy to cook products. And of course, the fresh chilled market is still a huge market in India, which will take time, maybe 1 decade or maybe more to change, but it's slowly changing. So still fresh chicken is still, you can say, 80-85% of the market of Indian market of broilers.
10% value-added products is what, of your entire sales or only of the poultry segment?
I'm talking of further processing, Venkys, fresh chicken and Venkys, ETC products, which are further processed products.
All right. Mr. Rao, before we wind up this discussion, give us a few numbers. Last year you did around 2,700 crores as a top line, and you did an EBITDA number of roughly around that 400 crores approximately. For FY20, given that you're telling us about your capacity expansion that's coming on stream, you're enhancing various capacities on that front as well. What kind of a revenue number are we looking at for FY20? And the first half of this year, you've done 12% growth. So second half of the year, we're expecting more or less the same number?
I think so, but if you ask me, the real story is very interesting for the next year, because all these expansion plans are coming, and then you have some kind of a production time, and when you have 6 to 7 months of production time also given. But this time next year, I think it will be very interesting. But 9 to 12%, I think it should be better.
Will it be? Given that you have all these expansion plans coming on, our viewers and your investors as well will like to know, post all these expansions, what kind of revenue number can Venkys deliver in FY20?
Revenue number is very difficult, sir. Livestock, again, I'm not hiding from the fact of rains and growth of raw material, soya, maize, particularly depends very heavily, but still expecting the good expansion through SPF technology or the soybean plants or the vegetable plant. Various activities, again, and getting more and more exports done through different countries through SPF technology for the eggs, either human or chicken. It's very difficult to give a figure, but at least 9 to 12% will be the growth.
9 to 10% will be the growth. Fair point, Mr. Rao. Thank you so much for joining in. Wish you good luck for the remainder of this year, and wish you a very happy new year and festive greetings as well.